Hi YouTube, it's Janelle here. I want to go through some of the pros and cons of using TaxAct.com this year. I almost used TaxAct last year to file my taxes, but it wasn't really as easy to go through it because some of the sections were a little bit confusing and they kind of took forever. Since I didn't know which sections applied to me and which ones didn't, it was a little confusing. But the good thing is that I did learn a lot about e-filing from that experience, and even though I didn't end up using TaxAct, I still recommend them, and this year especially because it's gotten a lot better. TaxAct has a price lock guarantee. So that means that you're gonna pay the price that you saw when you first started filing. So even if that means that you take forever to actually submit your taxes, you're still only gonna pay that price that you first saw. And this is a really cool incentive for you to actually start filing your taxes really early on during tax season, because the price is gonna increase little by little as we get closer and closer to April. But you know, most of the other tax software out there is going to post one price, and then when you're like about to submit all your documents and you're ready to go, all of a sudden the price went up, and that's how they get you. So with TaxAct, you really do pay the price that you first see. The prices and plans they have are actually pretty cheap. Even their priciest plan is like less than 50 bucks. And I mean, yes, they used to be way cheaper, like around $10. And people got really mad when they raised their prices. But, you know, like I said before, last year the software was not as good. It wasn't as clean. And a lot of people thought that the software was a little confusing. So, you know, this year it's a lot better. It's probably one of the top 2 or 3 cheapest types of tax software available that actually provides you with really good software and really good customer service. You know, Credit Karma Tax is actually great. It's new and it's also completely free, but there's not really a lot of support or help if you get stuck, or you know, if you want to talk to somebody to answer some questions that you have. TaxAct actually has a lot in common with TurboTax, which, you know, a lot of people are familiar with. But what's better is that it's cheaper. If you qualify for free filing though, like if you only file a 1040A or a 1040EZ form, and you don't have anything else to report, then you should definitely just go with TurboTax, because it's, you know, the best software out there, and it's available for free for you if you only have those forms to file. Some of the menus and options aren't that easy to use. So it could take a really long time to put in your deductions, unless you get out of the like guidance mode and go to the tips mode. But if you didn't know that, then you would spend a lot of time going through each category one by one, which, you know, obviously could be super tedious. TaxAct does not have an importing feature like TurboTax does. So if you have a complicated tax situation, like you own property or you've traded a lot of stocks, then TurboTax is probably better for you, because you do have the option to import that stuff, those forms and stuff, and it'll take you a lot less time. Long story short, you should use TaxAct if you don't have that much of a complicated tax situation and you know more or less how to file your taxes, but you just don't want to pay a lot of money to do your taxes like you would with TurboTax. That's pretty much all I have for you guys. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, comment below, share this video. You know, let me know if you've used TaxAct before and if you like it or not. And then for any other questions that you have, you can always write to me privately at MissBeHelpful@gmail.com. Till next time, peace.